Hi, it's Ashley from AB Sound Advice. Today we are doing a product review on the GoldenEar Aeon 2 bookshelf speakers. Now we've done the product spotlight where we've given you a listen to it with 3 different tracks, and past there I've actually obviously played them through all different types of music, and I have to say they're a very unusual speaker. So what I mean by that is that, again, at around the $1,500 mark in this part of the world, and depending where you live, that'll change. The sound that it's providing for that is fantastic. I mean, the things that I actually really do like about these speakers, and I'll cover off what I like about them first, and I think that's always an important thing. I absolutely love the high velocity folded ribbon tweeter. The tweeter, I love ribbon tweeters. I mean, it's a really nice, ribbon tweeters provide a very different sound. So I really do like the way it manages the top end. As for the drivers for these speakers, I mean, they've got a frequency response between 42 Hertz through to 35K, sensitivity 89 dB. It's compatible with 8 ohms drivers. We've got the one die-cast basket mid-range driver, the folded ribbon tweeter that I just mentioned, and 2 6.5 side-mounted radiators, amplifier 10 to 200 watt. And I'll be honest with you, when I first unpacked them, I put them in a bigger room and had a listen, and I actually was quite disappointed. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, something's wrong. I couldn't work out what was going on. Then I thought, wait a minute, and I'm reading the information about the speakers and noticed that they were designed as a near field speaker, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, let's just have a rethink about that. So I relocated them in a smaller area, positioned myself closer to the speaker, and all of a sudden realized, wow, all of a sudden I'm thinking these are awesome. So I guess, these speakers, it seems to me, these guys specialize in making speakers for studios, and that would make sense, because as soon as I obviously wanted to investigate, because I hadn't seen it. You don't see very many speakers that are actually near field, and that's what they're made for. So after further investigation, I realised that obviously they specialise in studio monitor speakers, and near field is what they've designed them for. So with that in hand, you really want to be you wouldn't want to be getting sort of past a maximum of 2 meters away from these, and things are going to change. So if you're sitting within 1 to 2 meters of these speakers and they're at your head height, they really are a fantastic sounding speaker. I really enjoyed them. I think GoldenEar have done a fantastic job, and the company is called GoldenEar Technology, and their actual short name is obviously GoldenEar. American brand, USA. Straight off the bat, as I said, I like the tweeters. The bass, they're a sealed enclosure, so they're not a ported, and they've brought it together a really nice sound. And I think when you look at them, obviously there's no grills to replace. They do have, and I will show you this just so you can see, they have put on here like a detachable top, like a glove boot system, and you just undo the drawstring and you can pull the sides down. They've really done that so that if there was a requirement for a driver replacement or something needed to be done to them, you can access the drivers. So, and I've seen these glove systems have been around for a very long time, so I guess there's 2 schools of thought here. You're either going to love them because there are no grills, there's nothing, you can feel the drivers on each side and through the grill. Obviously you can see the connections in the back, just standard. They don't really have anything to see. So if you're wanting a speaker that disappears into the room and it's in a dark corner, or it just wants to, you want something a little different, then these GoldenEar Aeon 2s would be the go, if that is where you want to go with them. But if you look at it purely the way I have, if I look at them as a near field speaker and factor in the distance that I'm sitting from them, and with all the music that you've seen, that I'm obviously 40 years experience this year mucking with sound, I absolutely love what they can do in a near field arrangement. So sitting within a meter, I sat within a meter to maximum of 2 meter. Absolutely love them. They really are a fantastic sounding speaker. So again, you know how I rate them. I've got stereo, hi-fi, and audiophile. This is definitely a hi-fi to audiophile speaker. Very musical, very enjoyable, but just keep in mind about making sure you don't get too far away from these speakers. So I hope you've enjoyed today's product review, and again, thank you for tuning in to AB Sound Advice.